I've been reading about climate change, and although it is very interesting to learn about, it also worries me a lot. I want to help stop climate change, but it feels impossible to make enough of a change.
I also feel hopeless sometimes because I think my impact as one person is so small. We really need big corporations and governments to step up and change the way they operate.
That's true, but I do think we can make an impact. Feeling now is satisfying, but there is no need to feel hopeless just yet.
My sister always says that companies are more likely to do the right thing if it helps make profit. That isn't great, but it does mean that we can make a difference with what we buy. We should always make sure to buy things from responsible companies whenever it's possible. If all of our clothes and things were produced in a responsible and green way, we would make a huge difference.
You're right, there is a lot we can do as individuals, and when we finish school, some of us might even start our own companies that can make this world a better place.
I think reading about politics is important. As well, we might not be able to vote yet, but it is still a good idea to keep on with which politicians are more able to help the environment.
I agree with that, because if we want to save the planet, it's important that there are laws that punish those who harm it. But first, we need to let people who want to make those laws.
My mother is taking me to a climate protest in Madrid next week. I think those are great because it gives people the chance to show the government how much we care.
I don't believe that protests are really effective. I feel like they don't actually make much of a difference. I wonder if it's better to focus on our individual actions.
My brother says that the protests help a lot because it makes people talk about the environment more. And also, media pays a lot of attention to the protests. It's all about creating awareness.
That makes sense. I believe talking about the environment is very important because some people don't mean to make bad decisions, but they are not aware of the impact their actions have.
I read today an article about the impact climate change has on young people. The article said that more than half of teenagers feel sad and frustrated because of it.
I think that's true, but all my friends and I often talk about how worried we are. It's very sad to see all the bad news and feel like you can make a difference once in a while.
I understand that it feels like we can make a difference, but we mustn't lose hope. There is still time to change things, and young people like us have already made an impact.
Yes, think about all the climate strikes that high school and university students have organized in a couple of years. My sister went to some of those and met a lot of inspiring people.
When I feel concerned about the climate, I try to find some articles about people who are making a positive change. I think it's important to focus on what can be done instead of what can't.
I think no matter what job you pursue, everyone can make a difference. No matter if you become an engineer, a teacher, a politician, or an artist, everyone can chip in.
My parents are electricians and they install solar panels every day. You should study something you like and that you are good at, and then use your knowledge to do good.
My cousin says she doesn't believe in climate change. That made me very upset, because it's very clear to me that the planet is in big trouble and it needs our help.
She probably doesn't mean to make you angry and just doesn't understand the issue. It's a good idea to talk to her about it and try to explain what scientists say about climate change.
I agree. I think some people don't want to believe in climate change because it's a scary concept, and it's better to talk openly with those people rather than get angry at them.
You're right. Instead of getting annoyed at her, I will show her some interesting articles next time I see her. It's more productive to teach her about climate change than getting annoyed with her.
I also find that climate change is sometimes very scary to think about, but all these protests and great initiatives people are starting give me hopes that things will change soon.